SNEWS Button. Welcome to the SNEWS Button. News. Pop culture. Movies. Smack your microphone. Videos. Sorry, digital downloads.
Oh, God, yeah, you 80s boy.
We're here.
We are here. This is the SNEWS Button. Hello, with me and Mr. Adam Gattrell.
Hello.
Because nobody else is available this week.
I just realised I waved.
Yes.
I keep doing that today.
Well, there you go. This
Yeah.
is as much use as using sign language on here, isn't it?
No one can see me.
Absolutely.
Maybe they should.
If you've not seen our little guy in the corner doing sign language, well, you're listening to a podcast. I'm not surprised, to be honest.
Though if you're blind, we're the perfect thing for you.
Absolutely.
There we go. We're trying to cater for some disabilities. We can't cover all bases.
Although I think deaf people would curse you for calling them disabled. Blind people might do as well.
I don't know. Is it?
Yes.
Is it
Some
disability?
deaf people really do not care for that term at all. To us, it may be.
Well, my friend says he's disabled and said that he doesn't get a free parking space because he's not fully classed as disabled. And I said, well, small dicks don't really count as disability. And he went, no, because I'm deaf, you prick. So,
hi, Chris.
Yeah.
How you doing?
But then he's limited hearing, so I don't know what's classed as...
Yeah.
I don't know where the line is.
Some people who are, have several generations of deaf people in their family class hearing as a hindrance.
Oh, okay.
And you're better off without it.
Right. Interesting.
Fun fact.
Yeah, yay.
I say fun.
Well, not
just
for
quite,
everyone.
Quite a weird and dark fact,
Yeah.
I think, but there you go.
Well, welcome to SNEWS Button.
Where this is not a show about deaf or blind people.
This is about movies and pop culture and other things.
It is.
News.
Let's get on with it.
Yeah.
Right. So, yes, hello. Welcome to the SNEWS Button, where we present you with about 35 minutes worth of news, and then we hit the snooze button and, stick in as much quickfire stuff as we can, including some trailers and stuff. So,
off we go.
Time is ticking, so we better crack on. Comics. Let's do comics to start with.
Yeah.
Do you know Bloodshot?
I do. A Valiant comic?
That's the one.
Yes.
So, do you know the outline of the story? Can you tell us?
I can't remember. It's been a long time.
So it's a guy who is a hitman for the mob,
Right.
and he's double-crossed by the family that he works for, and he's framed for murder, and then he's taken into witness protection, and he's double-crossed again by a member of the FBI or something, and then he's kidnapped and taken away and injected with some things that give him super strength and stuff, and they think that they've wiped his mind, but they're wrong, and he's like on a hunt to like find out who's done it to him.
He looks a bit like Deadpool, doesn't he?
Yeah. It's like he looks like Deadpool, but he's got the plot of RoboCop.
Yeah.
A bit.
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Lots of things have the plot of RoboCop, I think. But there we go. Anyway, look, there's probably a movie coming.
Wasn't it supposed to be 20th Century Fox?
Don't know.
21st Century Fox.
Do not know.
I thought there was rumours a while back that they'd bought the licence to all Valiant comics.
Well,
So
that would make sense then.
If they have, then if the finalisation of the legal side of the Disney deal happens, they'll own that as well.
Way. Welcome to the Foxiverse.
Yeah.
Well, it's all the Disneyverse, isn't it?
Yeah.
Anyway, more of that in a bit, I think, if I remember
Yeah.
rightly. I seem to remember seeing some of that in my notes. Anywho, so yes, Jared Leto was originally up for the part.
Oh, God, no.
I knew you'd say that.
Yeah.
It's because you look too much like him, isn't it? You just,
I wish.
People just like people that tend to be a bit like themselves. Yeah.
No, he's good in certain things, but...
Me trying to wind you up and you're just like,
No, it doesn't work.
Anyway.
Yeah, I like him in certain things, but I just don't... Every superhero thing he's been involved with or sci-fi thing, I've just not thought he produced as good work as the other stuff, so... Don't know.
Fair dinks. Anyway, he's off the cards, and Vin Diesel's
Really?
Vin Diesel's looking at it, apparently. Is that not better?
I don't know. I haven't seen Vin... I've heard Vin Diesel as Groot, but it's not like he really does much himself in that. And then the only other thing he's been doing is supercar movie series.
Yeah.
So I don't...
Hot Wheels the movie, isn't it?
Yeah. So I'm not sure.
What are they on to? Like Hot Wheels 7 or something now, aren't they?
I think the last thing I actually saw him physically in was like one of the Chronicles of Riddick films or the the Triple X films. They
There
were
you go.
years ago. I can't think of anything he's been
That's a
in
good
more
point.
recently.
He's in those with The Rock. If you want to recreate a scene from Hot Wheels 8, you can just get 2 little chocolate eggs. One of them white chocolate.
One brown chocolate.
This is dangerously racist.
No, it's not.
Is it?
One's white, one's brown.
Okay. And stick them in your Hot Wheels car.
Yeah.
And spin them around your Hot Wheels
Racetrack,
loopity-loop racetrack that you got for Christmas. Boom.
Yeah.
We could film this on our iPhone. We could do like
We could do our own
Hot Wheels
versions.
9.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Anyway, Hot Wheels 9, Cadbury's Drift. Boom.
Oh, that was actually a good dad joke for once.
Marvel Studios. Let's do some stuff about Marvel.
Cool.
Black Widow.
Yeah.
You up for a Black Widow movie?
I'm always up for a Black Widow movie. I'm surprised they haven't already done it.
Well, they've got a writer now.
Good.
Which is cool. Which is Jack Schaffer?
Scheiter?
Jack Schaffer.
Schiffer?
We can Google him and find out what he's done.
I haven't heard of him before. He's probably done something I've watched without me realising he wrote it because there was a bigger director attached or something.
It's a lady. I do apologise, Miss Jacques Schaffer.
Oh, Jacques. I thought you said Jack, as in J-A-C-K.
I thought I was saying Jack as well, but hey.
Yeah.
Oh, she
Jacques,
did.
okay.
She did Nasty Women, which
Never seen that.
That does sound like a porn. Olaf's Frozen Adventure, which was the short movie that got loads and loads of attention. I think at Cannes last year.
What, the one that they put before the Coco movie that everyone was angry because it was a 20-minute film about a snowman in the middle of summer?
No.
Oh, okay.
Was that
Olaf's?
Oh yeah, no, that's different Olaf.
Oh, okay.
That's Olaf the Snowman from Frozen.
Right. What is
Yeah,
this?
yeah. Oh, so this is like a like Icelandic movie or something.
Okay, so it's
An
pretty
Icelandic
much got
short.
the same name, but it's
Or maybe, oh no, maybe I'm wrong.
I don't know.
Oh, I am fucking wrong. Look, I am. Look, that's definitely a picture of the snowman from Frozen.
Yeah.
So people were angry about that, were they?
Yeah, because people took their kids to see Coco and then had to sit through 20 minutes of that. And apparently, although the kids were kind of into it, 20 minutes later, the film then starts, and most kids haven't got the attention span to last a whole movie, let alone a 20-minute film and then an actual film.
Brilliant. Okay.
So, yeah. Okay.
How did you hold up?
I didn't go and see it.
Okay.
They haven't shown Coco over
No,
here yet, have
in
they?
actual fact, I saw on the news today that the ratings are really positive for it.
Yeah. They just haven't shown it over here yet, which means it'll be spoiled for everyone by the time it comes out over here.
Empire have just reviewed it, so I imagine it's very close. It's
What else has she done? Anything interesting?
Mr. Stash, possibly as in mustache.
Yeah, not seen that.
Timer,
Not seen that.
Foster Stories, Maria My Love.
We've not heard of any of that.
Anyway,
Interesting.
Yes,
So she could be a really good writer that's come out of nowhere and will do a really good job then.
let's hope so.
Obviously, it's Marvel, so if they don't like it, they'll say no. But,
Well, they'll just rewrite it, won't they?
well, yeah,
They'll just get somebody else on it.
like they did with old Edgar Wright and Ant-Man.
Yeah, that's a painful story, isn't it?
Yeah. And then, unfortunately, the next film he did had Kevin Spacey in, so that's not going to do well, because a lot of people won't buy it on DVD.
What, Baby
will they?
Driver?
Yeah.
Yeah, you see, you know what?
At the time when it came out, there wasn't the issue, so it probably did very well. But now there's going to be the issue where, because he's in it, a lot of people won't buy it on DVD and stuff. So the extra sales that will make it look really good for Edgar Wright are probably going to be negative.
I kind of think that you should probably, I know it's horrible, and I know these are bad things that people have done to other people, but, you know, should you stop watching media or change your buying habits because somebody once starred in, at the end of the day, yes, he's in that movie, but
Yeah, if you don't buy the movie, as long as he's not making, as long as they turn around and go, sorry, Kevin Spacey, you're not making any extra royalties from this.
it's going to be difficult to pull people's royalties, isn't it?
Well, I don't know. If it's for something like that and it has a negative effect in their eyes because people won't buy it, then they probably will be able to end the contract. Some people say you've got to separate art from the situation, but then it's like with Ender's Game. I wouldn't go and watch Ender's Game because the writer, who's still alive, is promoting anti-homosexual and anti-black groups in America and funds them
Right.
with money he makes out of you going to see his films and buying his books.
Well, that's a different story.
Yeah.
I think a very different story.
It's a bit different, but then at the same time, if the film and the people making money out of the film who were involved and worked on the film are going to lose money because Kevin Spacey's making money out of it and people aren't happy about that, maybe it's that kind of how do you... It's difficult, you know. It's not a simple situation, is it? So
there's a certain element of me, there's a certain part of me that just makes me think, well, at some point you've got to stop pretending to be shocked about this sort of thing. You know, it's a massive multi-million-dollar industry that people will be fighting and clawing their way into in any way, shape or form, and other people will take advantage of that. And
unfortunately,
it's going to be the same with the music industry.
Yeah.
It's going to be it's already been proven. It's the same with things like the BBC.
Yeah.
Anything, anywhere where there's massive amounts of cash involved and opportunities for people to make that money.
But then that's where people voicing their opinion and feelings about someone who's done something awful by going, well, you find the clause in the contract that means you don't have to pay them anything and we'll still buy your product. I think that's the way it will go, because you can't, as someone watching the films, I can't go out and make a stance and have an effect of changing the way that things are done so people are protected a bit better when they're working in these situations. So all I can do is voice my opinion and my feelings of it by just not buying it. And, you know, hopefully the companies will see that and make things a little bit different.
There you go.
Yeah, just as an idea.
Anywho, this is not really talking about comic books.
No.
Or movies and stuff. No. Yeah, opinions, if you have opinions on this sort of stuff, feel free to write in and let us know and chat to us. We'd always be very grateful for emails and stuff and interested to hear your views.
Definitely.
Send us an email to snewthecrew@gmail.com or podcast@thesnewnetwork.com. Drop us a line on Facebook. Any of those. You can find contact details and stuff for us.
All in the
spaces
links
below and stuff. So yeah, let us know what you think.
What you got next, Chris?
In the meantime, Venom
with Tom Hardy.
Tom Hardy's Venom movie.
Yeah.
Are you looking forward to it?
No.
I'm in two minds. However, there was a first look photo this week.
Was there?
Yes.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
Just of Tom Hardy standing there in plain clothes, looking like Tom Hardy. No facial coverings, I note.
Right.
But he's got a piece of paper that says the Life Foundation on it, or something relating to the Life Foundation.
Ah, okay.
Which tells us, I mean, a little while ago we said about the fact that they were looking at two different stories to base the movie on. One of them was Planet of the Symbiotes, which is Spider-Man, Scarlet Spider joining forces with Venom, and they visit a planet of symbiotes.
Yeah.
So there's
simple.
And the other one's Lethal Protector, which involves, let's see, so Spider-Man kicks Venom out of town, promises not to go after him as long as he doesn't commit any crimes. So he bugs off, and then there's some people called the Life Foundation, and they somehow get hold of Venom and pluck like 5 children out of him, and they become the bad guys.
So toxic. I can't think of what they're all called now. That's really bad.
We can Google it.
I think it was toxic, rage. Why is my brain not working?
Scream, Phage, Riot, Lasher, and Agony.
Oh, so toxic's not one of them.
No.
Oh.
But yeah, so Carnage though, because he's like rumoured to be the bad guy.
Yeah.
In the movie. I'm wondering if they're just going to change things a bit, go with this sort of plot.
But then if Carnage is the bad guy, they're sort of doing what? They're basically putting the same character against each other.
Well, yeah.
Which is...
It's an Origins movie. It's what you do, isn't it?
Yeah, but why? The origin of Venom should have him facing off against Spider-Man or Kraven the Hunter or something interesting rather than just another version of himself. But
we'll see.
Yeah, never mind.
I'm intrigued.
I am.
And I would bloody love it if we got to the Venom movie and it started where the movie Life ended. Because that would just be ironic.
It's not going to happen.
It would be funny that they'd have said to people for all this time, no, it's not an origin story. It's not. And it is. That would be great.
Yeah, I'm just disappointed they're not linking it to Spider-Man at all.
Well, there you go. The weird world of Sony.
Yeah.
Weirdos.
What's next?
Marvel Studios. Still some more Marvel stuff.
Cool.
Let's see. Oh, we did the Black Widow bit in the wrong place. Anyway, Gore Verbinski, the guy that did the weird film about the health spa where little black worms and stuff in the water. and things. What was that called?
I
A Cure for Wellness.
Oh, okay.
He did that just recently. He was supposed to be directing the Gambit movie, and he's left.
Oh.
The Gambit movie's fucked. It's just screwed.
I think if, like a lot of things at the moment, if the Disney Fox thing gets okayed, then I think they'll change things a lot and go a very different direction with a lot of the Fox stuff. So they may cancel a lot of films they were going to do and do something else.
There's
maybe.
Definitely something happening in the background because New Mutants, for instance, has been pushed all the way back to next year, 2019.
Right.
Which is quite drastic.
Yeah,
it was supposed to be coming out in the summertime.
Yeah, it might be that there's a lot that needs changing in it, or something's happened recently that affects.
There's another reason for it, which we'll get to in a minute. But which is a theory of mine. But yeah, I know we'll see. We know that the film has wrapped shooting and everything, so that they should be ready to go with a movie.
Yeah, it might be there was something, because there have been a few films recently where they've had to go back in after wrapping shooting and actually refilm stuff. So see what happens.
We shall see. So yeah, what I was getting at was Deadpool. Now, to start with, Tim Miller is developing a Kitty Pryde movie.
Cool.
So it shows that there are still X-Men projects and stuff being put on the table.
Yeah.
The guy that plays Winter Soldier has been apparently chatting to Hugh Jackman about reprising the Wolverine character.
Yeah, and he said that he would.
He's kind of up for it.
Yeah, well, bring him in as old Logan.
Well,
and
I'm kind of thinking they shouldn't. I think they should probably start again.
Well, yeah, start again, but just as in, like, he's an older man. Because Wolverine, when he was in the cartoons and in the comics that I read, he wasn't a young guy. He was older, and he was withered, and he was like angry and bitter. And I think even if they start again, you bring in that version of Wolverine. He can still have his outfit and everything, and his metal claws and that, but just have him as a bitter old angry creature. He doesn't have to be a main character. He can just be a character that's brought in who beats the shit and slices everything up when he needs to.
Yeah, true. Fair enough.
That's how he works best.
Look, this said, Chris Evans is he's at the same Comic Con as what's the guy's name that plays Winter Soldier? Sebastian Stan?
Yes.
And he's been talking about Infinity War, and he just says this film is just going to knock it out of the park.
Cool.
He's like, Marvel don't miss, but this is bloody amazing.
Yeah.
And apparently, Spider-Man might well have a comic accurate, or more comic accurate than you might think by the trailer, Spider-Man costume, Iron Spider costume.
Really?
With the extra appendages and stuff.
Ah, interesting.
As usual, bloody Lego have leaked images of their sets, and it's got like a comic book accurate.
Well, they've already done an Iron Spider Lego figure a while back in one of the sets,
right?
So it doesn't surprise me that they've already jumped ahead, and whether or not that's actually in the film,
we shall see.
It might just be Lego being fun.
But I did see somebody talking about it on YouTube today, and they were looking at these shots that we've got in the trailer, and they were quite right in saying, like, usually when you've got a character like front and center, like you have with Spider-Man in some of these shots, there's just loads of room around him, like lots and lots of space in the shot to be adding stuff in. So
so it might be pre-finished shots.
To like they did with Thor and stuff. There you go.
Well, also, I don't know if you got it in the news, the comments from James Gunn about Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
That it won't change.
Yeah.
And
but I don't know if he's done that on purpose, because he often plays a little game with his fans and stuff.
As in, you think he's thinking about Fantastic Four when he's saying that?
I don't know. It might be that he changes nothing, but it might be he's saying that because he's got ideas for bringing Kitty Pryde in, because she's one of the Guardians of the Galaxy for a while recently in the comics. And maybe Silver Surfer or... Well, Venom's not going to happen because Sony won't agree to that.
No.
But, like some of the other characters that are linked to Guardians of the
Iron
Galaxy
Man,
could be quite good.
There,
yeah, he was in there for a little while.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it'd be interesting. Maybe even some of the more obscure villains that they'll get back because of the X-Men.
Yeah, true. Interesting. We shall see. Next 5 years are going to be, crazy. Loads of comic book. Well, you thought comic book movies were going away?
No. And of people
No.
that say about fatigue, I am not bored of it. I'm bored of the DC ones already, but there haven't been that many. The Marvel ones, I'm not bored of yet.
As long as they keep the quality up, that's the thing.
They are basic paint by numbers superhero films, but Marvel have found their way to do it their way, and it works.
There's just a difference, in my opinion, between
Yeah.
fatigue and making shit movies. You
Yeah,
just make
definitely.
decent films and keep the quality up, and we'll be fine. But yes, we'll carry on having these as our tent poles for the next 20 years. It'll be fine. Our kids will be watching them. Right, yeah, so we've still got some more comic book stuff, but this kind of links into it. The pay gap drama with all the money in the world. Did you hear about that?
Yeah, because I saw reports saying that the only person that got paid for the reshoots was the crew and the guy that came in to replace Kevin Spacey, and the main actors didn't take any money for doing it.
Right.
But now it says that...
Mark Wahlberg's got it written into his contract. He took like 1.5 million.
Right, whereas she chose to do it for minimal...
Michelle Williams only had it in her contract that she would receive less than $1,000.
I thought that she had it in her contract that she was happy to do reshoot... Or, no, she said that she would only do it for the minimum money because of what had happened and stuff. So Mark Wahlberg could have turned around and gone, don't give me that money, I'll do it for the minimum like her, but chose to keep the money.
He's donated it. Do you know that?
Good.
Yeah, so he's donated it to the Time's Up Legal Defence Fund.
Cool.
Which, yeah. You guess you should have done. But
yeah.
He's being criticised for doing it a bit too late.
Yeah, but
at least he's done it, you know.
Yeah, he probably wasn't thinking about that when it all kicked off and happened, was he?
In
It was
honesty,
in his contract at the beginning. He's not going to necessarily...
I'm half
you know.
thinking that he probably wouldn't notice 1.5 million turning up in his
exactly.
bank account.
No.
You know, or even have any contact with it.
No,
you know,
exactly.
He's probably got somebody handling as well for him, hasn't
Yeah.
he? So.
And if it's written into the contract before all that stuff happened, then it's just automatically going to get given to him. So the fact that he's then gone and donated it is great.
Yeah.
Doesn't
We're
matter
only
if it took
talking a week.
while. Yeah, exactly.
It's not like
3 years later he feels pressured into it.
we're not hunting him down and saying, Mr.
No.
Wahlberg, you still owe us this money. But yes, apparently though they've knocked the ball out of the park with this movie. Apparently it's very, very good.
Yeah, I've heard good things.
And,
I haven't seen it yet, but
that's really good considering they only had like 6 weeks to do these reshoots and stuff. And
that's amazing, really, to think that they've replaced the main character or one of the main characters.
Yeah, absolutely crazy. And you know what this does prove? And I heard somebody chatting about today. It means that it's not too late to recast TJ Miller in Deadpool 2, which is bloody true.
What's wrong with him? I love him.
Oh yeah, but he's been he's been wrapped up in all this crap as well. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, TJ Miller's on the blacklist. Yeah.
Well, actually proven to have done stuff.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah, I mean, we're just going to keep hearing this.
Well,
I said before,
the thing is, it's like the one that gets me at the moment, which I'm not going to go into it too long, but Stan Lee's been accused.
What comics Stan Lee?
Yes, Stan Lee's been accused, but the situation is 300 grand of his money was used in a falsified cheque.
Right.
And when that cheque was used and people realised in his team, they looked into it. They then, from there, realised that someone had spent 800 grand of his money on buying a condo in his name without him knowing, and lots of other money has been going places. So there was a situation, and it involved some people that worked for him. Then suddenly, these people from another company have come forward going, contacting him, going, his company and his people going, we want money for the sexual abuse of our staff, or we're going to the press. So his people came out and went, actually, this is all shit. We're not being extorted. We're going to prove, and he quotes, his legal people have quoted him saying, I'm going to prove and make sure that no one extorts me and besmirches my good name.
Right.
Because I am a good person and none of this is true. And the nursing group that have come in since then and are looking after him have all said that there's been no issues at all. Whether or not there has been something happen, I don't know. But it's
wow.
I can't imagine, with all the people that are always around him and how often he's out and about doing stuff, I could believe it with Rolf Harris. I could believe it with Huxtable. I could believe it with a lot of the others. With him, it's just, I just don't see it.
I don't want to say it, but I mean, some of the Rolf Harris cases is crumbling, isn't it?
Yeah, some of it.
It's just people being absolute idiots, and that is the same thing. It's extortion, but in a different manner.
Yeah.
You know, selling their stories to the newspaper and making thousands and thousands of pounds.
Yeah.
But adding to somebody's... All right, he may have done things wrong. I'm not defending the guy.
No.
I'm just saying that, they've added fuel to a fire that was already burning.
Yeah.
Just to get a bit of money for
whereas with
themselves.
Stan Lee, the situation came about because things were being investigated money-wise and people got sacked. Suddenly, these people are now... And none of them have gone to the police. No one's fully gone to a paper themselves. It's just the Daily Mail have got one comment from someone elsewhere saying that they know for a fact, and then people have contacted Stan Lee's people saying that they're going to go to the press if he doesn't give them a load of money, and he's just gone, well, I'm not going to do that because it's not true.
Yeah, absolutely.
So cross fingers, it isn't true, and we'll see what happens. But then how do you prove your innocence for something that was...
Well, the thing is, like, what punishment is there for people that try to extort money or gain out of these things in this way, shape or form, in this way, in this manner? Is there anything,
Well, other than if it damages his reputation at 95 years old for all the good stuff he's done in his life, then we'll see what happens. But yeah, it's sad.
Yeah, anyway. So
TJ Miller. Jesus.
So yeah, TJ Miller, I reckon I don't think they'll do it. I think they'll just keep him in the movie. I don't know how much stuff there is attached to what he's been doing.
Yeah, it depends what it is. Like, obviously, Louis C.K. masturbating at people, not great.
Not great. But he's good enough to come forward and say, look, man, I've just been a bit of a dick.
I'm not defending the guy, but that's not the same as rape.
No.
That's not the same as, so there's a big difference.
This is true.
I don't know if that will make a difference.
Anyway, Deadpool 2.
Deadpool 2. Yeah.
It's been moved forward a couple of weeks.
Okay.
So it's coming out in mid-May.
So it's probably they're probably moving it to the opposite end of May to the Avengers.
They are moving it to the opposite end of the summer, or as far towards that end of the summer as possible. But the real bone of contention might be Han Solo, the Star Wars story.
Right.
Because Disney think, apparently, that it's going to bomb really badly.
Well, no one seems to have any faith in it.
Nah, it's getting it's not getting any love, is it?
No.
Put it that way. Apparently the main dude that's playing Han Solo just isn't up to the part.
Right.
And
hilariously, there seems to be a lot of, considering they're films aimed at children, there seems to be a lot of very childish adults who can't let go of their childhood and go, well, they were the films for my childhood and now these are carry-on stories for a different generation of children. And they're being very toxic towards the film industry and to other people who are enjoying the films, which I think is really
it's
bad.
Never a good thing.
So I think that will probably have an effect as well,
Very true. But yeah, so there's supposed to be a Solo trailer arriving today.
Right.
That's Monday for you listening at home, or in the park, or on the
on
toilet,
the train,
somebody else's toilet. But yes, so look out for a trailer. We'll probably link it on our Facebook page by tomorrow when we release this podcast.
Yeah,
which will be Tuesday.
Dun, dun, dun.
So look out for the trailer. See what you think. I'm intrigued.
Yeah,
I'm quite looking forward to it. But yeah. I can
They've
understand.
They've already finished it, haven't they? So I suppose.
It's done. It's ready. Yeah, it's ready to roll. Yeah, it's coming out on the 25th of May. That one. So
because I think Avengers is in May. I'm sure that's May because February is Black Panther, then it's Avengers, and then it's the Spider-Man film in July. So they've moved it into the same month as Avengers.
Which is that right?
Yeah.
Let's have a quick look at the release date of Avengers Infinity War.
I swear it is. I may be completely wrong, but that's the order I thought it was.
I thought Infinity War was coming out like later in the summer, like August.
No, because you've got Spider-Man July and Avengers is between Black Panther and...
25th of April.
Oh, there we go. So it's before May. So that'll be in America, and then it'll come out here a week later, so it'll be the beginning of May over here.
And, general opinion is that, like, Deadpool, like the first one, was a slow burner. It gathered momentum, like, over time and gathered its money and gained its money and was just kept at cinemas because it kept on making large amounts of money continuously.
Because it was a surprise.
Yeah. Where and they're kind of expecting the same thing to happen again, but it's positioned very differently. Obviously, it was February last year when the last one was released.
Well, it's on Valentine's Day.
Yep, that's it. So I think it's a bit weird to stick it in this summer of blockbusters. If you've got a film that you think is going to behave like that, moving Star Wars, I don't think it's going to make much difference at all.
Well, Star Wars is normally December, isn't it? But if they're not the numbered ones, they move them to the summer, and
it's still a Star Wars movie.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think anything's likely to challenge a Star Wars film. No matter how much people think it's going to suck.
Other than maybe an Avengers film.
But look, listen to this, buddy. Yeah. These are all the films that are coming out. I think Ocean's 8 is coming out in the same week, if I'm not mistaken, as the Solo story. So that's the only thing that it's up against, really.
Right.
And then, in the weeks that follow, The Incredibles 2, Deadpool 2, Bumblebee, Jurassic World 2, the Barbie movie, which I know you'll be interested in, Adam.
Yeah.
Ant-Man and the Wasp, The Purge 4.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about Ant-Man and the Wasp as well. Yeah, because that's July.
There you go.
That's July, yeah, so that's a while after.
Hotel Transylvania 3.
Right.
Skyscraper, which is another Rock Johnson movie that I didn't even know about.
Isn't that the carry-on? Someone said there's a sequel to San Andreas, which is about him going to help some people stuck in a building.
Right.
That was left after
the
earthquake.
Same character, is it?
Yeah, so that might be the one that they're talking about.
And what, does he go and rescue a big gorilla at the same time and have that fight a massive lizard?
He's got at least 5 films coming out this year, hasn't he?
He's wearing the same clothes in all of them. I'm not surprised, really. Just doesn't even have
time to change between sets.
And then Alita, Battle Angel, Mission Impossible 6,
cool.
The Predator, the Scarface movie from the Coen brothers.
So that's a remake of the remake from the 70s.
It is a fresh take on the book, I think.
So it's like the original one that was based on the book that was remade in the 70s. It's like another version. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Might be good.
The Meg, which is about a megalodon.
Oh.
Prehistoric shark, I think. Shark movies,
yeah.
Probably in a big whirlpool or a whirlwind, or what do you call that? A Sharknado, that's the one. And then Infinity War, of course, we've already said. So yeah, that's a ridiculous summer, and that's all between May and August.
That's crazy.
Woohoo!
I don't even know when Ant-Man and Wasp is out then, because I in my head I had that there was 2 Marvel and then the Spider-Man film this year. That's confused me. I'm going to have to go and have another look later.
Anyway,
mental.
John Williams, while we're touching on Star Wars,
Music Man.
John Williams is going to score episode number 9, apparently, which is nice.
He's in a jar. He's in
a jar. Yeah, he's definitely in a jar.
Head in a jar.
And so I don't think we've really got a head in a jar this week. But,
no, I don't think we have.
Episodes 8, though, the most recent one.
Yeah.
While we're talking about Star Wars, is currently the 10th highest film ever to be released. 10th highest grossing film ever to be released.
What, worldwide, domestically, or?
In the history of man.
Oh, okay.
Worldwide, yeah.
10th highest.
10th highest. So, there are rumours that it's going to make it into the top 5.
Right. What do we know what the top 5 are?
Yes.
What are they?
At number 5, The Avengers at 1.51 billion.
Okay, cool. What, the first Avengers, yeah?
The very first one, Joss Whedon's one. Jurassic World.
Really?
Yeah, 1.671 billion.
I didn't expect that to be in the top 5.
The Force Awakens. Yeah, third.
I can understand
2.6068 billion. Titanic and Avatar, 2 James Cameron movies, are at number 2 and number 1.
I don't understand those.
What? Neither?
No.
In actual fact, I do. I really do, because they were both massively hyped. They were both
I can understand the hype and the fact that so many girls that I knew at the time went back to see Titanic because of the love story 3 or 4 times. So I can kind of get that one, but Avatar I don't get. Very few people I know really enjoyed it. There's no Avatar fans. Do you know what I mean?
It's really nice that a brand new story was just bang, introduced into the public. But then again,
it is a remake of Pocahontas and Fern Gully and
it's going to be very hard to come up with an actual original story, but it's as close as damned it. But the thing is with Cameron, and everybody knows this about Cameron, and maybe the casual moviegoer doesn't know it, how much of a bloody talented guy James Cameron is.
Yeah.
But there's always like hype. There's always build up to his movies because he's always got all this new technology.
Yeah. He always changes the way
forefront of everything.
He always changes the way cinema works, and I understand that. I didn't think that from the reaction of a lot of people, it wasn't a film that I knew a lot of people that went back a second or third time.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? Everyone that I knew kind of went once.
Okay. I saw it twice. I've got to admit.
Did you? Okay.
Yeah, I went back to see it in 3D.
Right, okay.
And it was worth it.
Yeah, 3D doesn't work for me at all, unfortunately. When I went to see it the first time, it was in 3D. It was just, the whole thing was like cardboard cutouts. By the time I got to the end, like, I hadn't enjoyed it. One, for it being difficult to watch, and two, the story being very, very familiar.
Right.
So I kind of, tried to watch it a second time when someone had it on their TV at home a while later. Nice big TV, sat down with mates with popcorn, thought, I'll give it another go. And
Director's cut version?
It was longer, yeah. And
Yeah.
I liked it even less than when I watched it at the cinema.
That's a shame.
I understand the amazing technological advances for cinema that he made in it, but yeah, I just didn't get on with it. Titanic I can kind of get, but
That was the snooze button.
that was the snooze button.
Which is also
means
the
we've got to wrap it up.
emergency siren from the Titanic as well.
You should just have some violins in the background.
Yeah. Ever so quickly then. Just to wrap up that story real quick, actually. So it's aiming then at the number 9 and number 8 spots, which are currently held by Beauty and the Beast and Frozen, if I remember rightly.
What, the live action Beauty and the Beast?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that had done appallingly. I didn't realise it did so well.
No, it was like one of the first 1 billion club members last year, wasn't it?
Wow.
So yeah, the trouble is though, it's just had Star Wars. It's just had a really, really disappointing opening in China, and after its first week, it took 34 million, which is really bad for China because there's a lot of cinemas and a lot of people.
Yeah.
And they've cut the cinemas showing the film by 92%. So
yeah, it's difficult though because it's involving magic and stuff. And
I think Star Wars movies usually do quite well.
Yeah.
In China though.
Yeah, it's an interesting one.
We'll see what happens. I don't think it's going to make the top 5, unfortunately, myself.
No.
We'll see. Right, as the snooze button's gone, we'll rip through these. Leonardo DiCaprio, speaking of Titanic, see the tenuous link there?
Yeah, very nice.
Has boarded Quinton Tarantino's new movie, the one about the 1969 era.
I thought he wasn't doing any more.
No, he is. No, he's doing 2 more movies, isn't he? So we've got.
I thought he'd done all his movies and he was just going to do ones with other people now. I thought that was.
No, he's doing 10 in total.
Right. Okay.
With the one set in the Charles Manson era,
right,
being one of them.
Yeah.
And then we've got one more, and that's it. Not including the Star Trek one, I don't think.
Right. Okay.
Unless he.
I thought that was
that.
I thought that was going to be a separate entity to his 10. I thought he had one more film coming out that he'd already finished.
There
and
should be one more after that as well.
Okay.
If he sticks to his 10. But we'll see.
Yeah, he probably won't.
Cool.
Mortgage and all that.
Mortgage. Well, you do live to your means, don't you?
Yeah.
So, yeah. 11 from Stranger Things is going to be in a movie with her being Sherlock Holmes' sister.
Okay.
In the lead role, which is interesting. I do not know if...
I didn't know he had a sister.
Well... Yeah, spoiler alert. Sherlock, the TV show.
Yeah.
There's a sister in that.
Is there?
Yes. Have you not seen the most recent ones?
No, I don't like them.
Okay, there you go then. Yeah, there's a sister in that one. It is a spoiler, but I take it people have seen it. It was like last year. If you were going to watch it, then you would have watched it by now.
Yeah.
But I don't think this is the same sister. I'm pretty sure that this Enola Holmes is a different character.
Because I've read most of the books, and there's only ever mention of his brother.
Yep.
There's never mention of any sisters.
Well, in the TV show, there was another brother, and he's got a sister.
Ah, okay.
So, yeah. Sorry for the spoilers, but write in, let me know if I'm right about Enola. Was that her in the Sherlock TV show? I don't really care, but write in. Write in and let me know. It'd be amazing.
Correct us.
By all means. Bong Joon-ho
Yep.
Bong Joon-ho.
Yep.
Is that how you say his name?
Yeah, I think so.
Snowpiercer.
Amazing film.
Did you like it?
Loved it.
Would you like a TV series?
No.
Okay, well, you're getting one.
It worked. It worked as a film. Don't need a show.
It's officially been given a series. So that's
by him,
that's
or is it
happen.
going to be an Americanized?
It'll be Americanized.
Okay.
It'll be Netflix or something, won't it? I imagine. Masters of the Universe.
Masters of the Universe. Yes.
Is officially starting filming in the spring.
Film or
Movie?
series?
Yeah, movie.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm well up for that.
Listen to some of our previous episodes for more information on that one. Helena Bonham Carter is going to be playing Princess Margaret in The Crown, if you watch The Crown. I know Ross does.
Yeah, I'm not interested.
Apparently it's very, very good, but hey.
I don't like the royal family enough to watch a programme about them.
Speaking of Helena Bonham Carter, the Bride of Frankenstein reboot is is probably moving forward again by the looks of it, somehow.
Is this the one connected to the Dark?
It's the Dark Universe, yeah.
They are actually still going ahead with the Dark Universe.
Yeah. I mean, that movie, The Bride of Frankenstein, just got shut down because of, well, complications and some, I don't know why, but they were a bit concerned that the series might not make money. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, so that looks like it's back on the plate.
Mental.
Todd McFarlane says that his R-rated Spawn won't be anything like Deadpool or Logan.
No.
Which I take it means, well, it can either be dark and gritty or it can be spoofy and funny.
I think it will go very dark.
Dark and spoofy.
I think it will go very dark and gritty, really dark and gritty. I don't think there'll be... The only humour will be the bad guy, and that will be out-of-place dark humour.
Dark and spoofy or funny and gritty?
No, that's not going to work.
No? Okay.
And Stan Lee's doing a cameo in that as well.
Stan Lee's going to get a cameo, yeah, apparently so. And McFarlane's going to give himself one as well.
Cool.
A
cameo,
yeah.
not a Stan Lee.
Yeah. Keanu Reeves is going to be showing up in the John Wick TV series, apparently.
They're doing a series?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, we reported on this like weeks and weeks back.
Oh,
yeah,
it must have been when I wasn't here. I missed that completely.
Yeah. So there's John Wick TV series coming with the same guy writing the movies. So
he's not going to be John Wick. It's going to be someone else. But
it's not. It's set in the John Wick universe.
Oh, okay.
But I think it might be following different characters.
Right. Okay. Cool.
Could be like anthology type.
So
thing,
he kind of pops in every so often and shows his face. That's cool.
All set in the hotels, maybe, or a day in the life of the hotel manager.
Day in the life of the towel cleaners.
Yeah,
well, the comics are apparently very good. So
right.
Yeah.
Cool. Gareth Edwards' Monsters. Did you see the movie years ago?
Is that the one where they travelled across Mexico?
Yeah.
And that was blocked off for being...
It's very much like the
Cloverfield
Annihilation movie that's just about come out, isn't it? That sort of thing where there's a zone where nobody goes.
Yeah.
And
I really like that film, and I really like the second one as well.
It was a surprise hit, wasn't it? And a really low budget movie.
Yeah.
It had a cast of like 7 people or something.
And then the second one was a little bit higher budget, but still very low budget.
I've not seen that one.
Oh, it's really good. I really enjoyed it, yeah. Yeah, it's about one of the teams dealing with the monsters who've got all the guns and stuff.
Right.
It's slightly different to the first one.
Okay. Fair dinks. I might give it a shot at some point. But yeah, we're getting a TV series of that.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
And that's about it. Trailers. Mortal Engines. Steampunk era for movies.
Another teenage book.
Yeah. But, in actual fact, the trailer doesn't look great, I've got to admit. But I am intrigued.
Yeah.
We will see.
It's another series of teenage books that all pretty much have the same storyline, just change the world and time frame.
Well,
it fits very much with the same sort of thing as... Scorch Trials, that one, Maze Runner, and the other one with the Sparrow.
Hunger Maze.
Yeah, the Hunger Maze. It's basically like another version of those, but like they've changed the setting and the main characters. Voila, you've got another film series.
Yeah,
I can't be bothered with any of them anymore.
So you can look forward to Mortal Maze Hunger Engines in the summer, you lucky people. The Handmaid's Tale. There's a trailer for season 2.
Oh, okay.
It just looks incredible.
I haven't seen the first season yet.
It looks like somebody's gone, well, you know what? Season 1 went really well. Have some more money.
Yeah.
Buy some better cameras.
Yeah.
And some of the shots in the trailer look bloody beautiful.
Oh,
so,
okay.
yeah, go and have a look. Did you say you've not seen it yet?
No, my mum watches it. I haven't seen it myself.
My God.
Yeah.
That is
It's kind of
good
quite...
television.
It's a weird thing because it's like an area of... If it was historical, with stuff like that happening within a country, I'd probably cope with watching it. But where it's completely fictional and involves that sort of element of stuff going on, I get a bit freaked out. I don't like the idea of that sort of thing. There's certain elements within the story that I've heard about that
it's dark.
I can't.
It's very, very dark.
Yeah, I can't cope with. Personally.
Yeah, some of it was quite difficult to watch.
Yeah,
you're only human at the end of the day.
Yeah, exactly.
So.
yeah.
Right, and then Hellraiser number 10.
Yeah,
it's got a trailer.
I've watched the first two, and I think maybe the third one, and I thought the third one was awful, and I stopped watching them after that. And
Which
I didn't
one was
realise...
the third one? Was that the one with the big box spinning in somebody's bedroom?
I remember.
Or was it called Bloodlines? No, that was number 4.
I remember the first one terrified me. I remember the second one, I was like, this is pretty cool. Like, it's a little bit scary, but it's not
opened up
awful.
the Cenobites, so you had loads more humans being turned into them, didn't it?
Yeah.
And then
the third one
must
remember.
be the one with the big, like, wardrobe-sized box.
I don't even remember that.
But
I didn't realise they got to 10. I thought they'd done like 4, 5.
I think they did 1, 2, 3, 4, 9, 10. But I may be wrong. But they've all been like low budget. There's lots and lots of Hellraiser movies, and a lot of them just get straight to DVD.
Did they go full comedy like Elm Street did for a while?
Who knows? But the bloody quality of the special effects and stuff on this trailer look very good.
Yeah, it kind of looks like a remake of the first one.
I have seen trailers for some of the ones on the run up to this one, and you can just tell it's being made by somebody that's only got 50 quid to spend.
Yeah,
it's just not great, but this looks quite impressive. It looks like somebody's got a real passion for the Clive Barker-ness of it, and just going for it.
Of Clive Barker.
Oh yeah. Red Squirrel, not Red Squirrel, Red Sparrow.
Red Squirrel.
It's got another trailer. We live on the Isle of Wight, only red squirrels over here.
One of 3 places in the UK that still has them.
Absolutely.
One of which is a little island on the Thames.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. If we have grey squirrels over here, fun fact for you, listening at home, if we find a grey squirrel on the Isle of Wight, we have to report it. And then somebody comes along with, like, I imagine, like a little gun and shoots it.
Tranquilise it, put it in a cage, take it back to the mainland where it belongs.
If they were rarer than that, I'd probably agree, but I think they'd probably just shoot them.
Yeah, probably.
Poor little sods. So, yeah, don't bring grey squirrels to the Isle of Wight. It's a death sentence.
It's also illegal.
Is it?
Yeah.
Interesting. Anyway.
Red Sparrow.
Welcome to the Squirrel Cast. Thanks for listening.
Red Sparrow.
Red Sparrow, yes.
That's
what I was talking about. It's Miss Hunger Games. What's her name?
Jennifer Lawrence.
Jennifer Lawrence, that's the one. As a Russian spy type thing. So basically, the story is that Russians. Oh, I suppose like Black Widow. Training women.
Young women trained to go and be in America and pretend to be American. Cool.
Well, and to sleep with people that they want to kill.
Yeah.
And stuff. So it's quite sexy and quite Russian.
Right.
Yeah, it looks good. Looks very good. No, Ross will be excited for a new trailer. Ghost Stories, a British horror movie.
Yeah.
That's apparently bloody amazing.
We'll see.
Best British horror film in years, I read today.
I'm interested.
Which hopefully means it's as good as 28 Days Later. But we'll see.
Is that really a horror film?
What, 28 Days Later?
Yeah.
It's a zombie movie.
Yeah, but most zombie movies, like actual decent ones, are just comments on society. They're not actual horror.
How is a zombie movie not a horror movie?
Night of the Living Dead is a comment on racism and
is it?
Human nature. Yeah. Yeah, it's not actually a horror film.
I'm pretty sure anything with bitey zombies in it is going to be stuck in the... we're having this fucking discussion again. It's not sci-fi. It bloody is.
It's
You'd
fantasy.
stick it in the bloody... Star Wars is definitely sci-fi.
It's fantasy.
It's Right, okay. People listening at home, please write in and help us with this argument. Me and Adam keep having this argument over and over again about whether or not Star Wars is science fiction.
Or fantasy.
Okay, so on the one side, Adam says that Star Wars is fantasy in space.
Yeah.
But it's not science fiction.
No.
From my side, I say it has advanced technology and with all the crazy sort of super villains and outrageous technology, it's a space opera, and therefore it is a subgenre of sci-fi, making it sci-fi. Somebody help. Because nobody's winning this argument.
No.
Despite the fact I think I already have. But
No, you definitely haven't.
Write in, let us know.
It's got magic in it.
Yeah, that's all right.
And then cowboys and smugglers and
That's all right too.
like warriors and heroes. It's a standard fantasy adventure.
Is Firefly science fiction?
I don't know. I've never watched it,
Okay.
so I can't.
That's a
comment
western
on
in
that.
space.
Yes, it's probably fantasy, really, unless it is the future of Earth. If it's set totally separate to Earth,
Doesn't matter where it's
And-
set.
well, there's elements of sci-fi being connected still to humanity.
Look, we're not having this
Yeah.
argument anymore.
No.
That's it. Not on air, because we've already pushed the snooze button and we've got to get out of here. The last trailer was for Teen Titans Go.
Is this the animated one?
Teen Titans Go to the movies. Yeah.
Oh, it's actually called that?
Yeah.
Oh, right, okay. Jesus.
It looks like an episode of Teen Titans Go should do, and
Like
yeah.
Powerpuff Girls,
Yeah.
but DC.
super feature-length version,
Okay.
which is fine by
To
me.
be honest, the DC animated films, even the sort of silly style ones, are better than the live action, so I'm always up for another animated DC film.
Yeah, absolutely.
I've never watched anything of the Teen Titans, but if it works without having to have watched the series, then I'll
Look,
give it a go.
Let's face it, it could be the best DC movie yet, couldn't it?
It's not difficult.
No.
It's only got to beat Wonder Woman.
At the moment, it's bloody Batman, the Lego Batman movie, isn't it?
yeah,
So,
yeah.
Anyway, if you want correct versions of your characters, it is. I mean,
Oh, dear.
yeah. So other than that, there is a Charlize Theron movie from the people that did Juno, which is about being a mother in the year 2018, called Tully, which also has a trailer. I just stick it on the end. You know,
Nice.
it's there as well.
Yeah.
All of those trailers are linked on our Facebook page. Please go and have a look. And yeah, let's have a chat. While
Yeah.
you're there, you know, pop a little message on there. Say hello.
Like the page.
Tell us what's going on. Oh, yeah.
Subscribe to the podcast.
Share it with your mates as well.
Yeah,
That would be
yeah.
amazing if you could.
Share it with people you know might be interested.
Absolutely. Right, and at some point we are going to record a nice little tidy ending for this show, or for these shows, I suppose, to just bookend everything. But for now, if you would like to know what we do in our spare time, Adam being like a stand-up comedian, an artist, and me being a bit of a musician, and Ross being Ross, and Paul Brown being also all of the above.
And a wizard.
Except for the Ross bit. He's not a Ross, thankfully.
No one's a Ross but Ross.
But yeah, you can find links to all of our stuff anywhere where you'd find links, including on our Facebook page. And yeah, if you're listening to this on YouTube, it's just down below there. Just
Click on
before
it.
the comments. Yeah.
Go and have a look at what we
Go
do.
and click on some things.
Yeah.
Lists. You like lists? Go and look at the list. Anyway, folks, thank you very much for listening. We've been Snew with the crew. Well,
Snew with the
half
two.
of Snew with the two. Two with the Snew. The power of Snew. Anyway. Right. We're off.
Okay,
I'm going to have some
mad.
dinner. Thanks for listening, folks. We'll catch you another time. Say goodbye, Adam.
Libsyn.
Oh, yeah, Libsyn and Sticher. Honourable mentions. There you go. Done. Bye.
Bye. I just suddenly realised.